Join me right now from Las Vegas is UFC flyweight contender, Joanne Calderwood. Thank you, Joanne, for the time. How's life treating you, in this crazy world?
It's pretty good, even though what's happening right now. So I'm grateful for that, and yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to flying tomorrow and kind of feeling a little bit of normality, like going away and fighting and having a little bit of a crowd. This is all really exciting. I feel like hoping that things are getting back to a little bit normal.
Yeah, you mentioned something that's very important that we just found out a few days ago is that the arena, it's brand new, it's going to be big, and it's going to have a crowd. So how do you feel? Because the last fight, you actually fought in front of nobody and it was dead silent.
Yeah, I did not like it. It was, yeah, I love the crowd there, like they've always got your back. You could get hit and then you need them to kind of, like if you come back, it's always good atmosphere. So I'm really excited to just get back to having the fans there and having that atmosphere because I do love it.
You're heading to Abu Dhabi, like we mentioned earlier. It's another huge card, pay-per-view card. The last time you were there was in 2019, I believe, for 242. You were on the prelims on that card, but this time it feels like, or it seems like you're going to be on the pay-per-view portion. How do you feel about the position you've been put in for this fight?
I'm obviously grateful to be on the main card. Conor McGregor brings... he brings people that don't even watch UFC to watch. So I'm really excited for that opportunity. But when fight day comes, it doesn't really matter, where you are in the card, because we've seen this all the time. The prelim fights are awesome and sometimes better than the main cards. But I was shocked, but looking forward to it. And I always bring my A game, so I'm always down to put on an exciting fight.
The last time we saw you compete was in the summer. There was a lot of circumstances surrounding that fight. It didn't go your way. Fighters take losses differently. How long did it take you to move on from that loss?
Well, I actually got injured from that fight, and so it took me a little bit longer, but I was still... I'm motivated right now. I feel I'm the best I have been in my career. My lifestyle is really good. I'm in a good place. And for that injury to happen, I was down in the dumps for a couple of days. But, each time we always have to pick ourselves back up. And I was straight back into the gym or doing my rehab, getting my injury better. And I never lose that. I never give up. I never lose that motivation to keep going. And yes, like I said, just a couple of days and then I was back at it. And yeah, excited. And now look, like a couple months later, I'm back and getting ready to be back in there. So I'm really grateful for this spot.
Many people that watch this sport, they see you and you've been in the UFC for a long time now, and they think that you already hit your peak because you've been in there for so many fights, but they don't understand what's going on in the background, what's the underlying factors, right? And it's something that I wish fighters can kind of express more, because I think that people that view this sport, they need to know that, because sometimes you won't see the best version of a fighter until maybe 6, 7, 8 fights into their UFC career.
Well, listen, now I'm in Las Vegas. I have a great gym, great ghetto training partners that I've been looking for throughout my career since I started MMA. And I've finally got here, and it's took, I don't even know how long it's took me to get to this place. And then not to mention the UFC Performance Institute. They have helped me so much. And before I was at strawweight, a division that towards the end I was struggling and had so many other issues going on, and they've just helped me and they've got me on the right track, and I feel better now than what I did at the start of my career or in the middle of my career. So yeah, I'm older now and for sure wiser, but I really think that's to do with where I am. I've finally found the gym that I want to be at, the things that I need, and for the Performance Institute to help me, to educate me on just little things like what you're saying. Like, people don't realize that you're kind of left to your own devices of diet and fight camps and that kind of thing. So, and the big part is the weight cut, especially when you're fighting at a division that you probably shouldn't be fighting at.
Yeah, weight is an issue that everybody should understand. I don't understand people that don't understand that, because like, you want to lose weight, for a regular person, it's a huge struggle.
Yeah, like for flyweight, I just do maybe 2 weeks strict dieting, and I'm like, I don't know how I done this for 10 weeks, and I was overtraining as well. So adding extra training in, I really, looking back now, I'm like, geez, no wonder I was like feeling the way I was and having all those issues, injuries and that kind of thing. So yeah, I wish I was coming into the sport now, but no regrets, and it's all been a great journey.
Definitely. Now, going back to the weight thing, it must be a huge burden, like you just mentioned, about not even have to dieting until 2 weeks out, and you're overtraining at the same time. Now you don't have to worry about the weight too much, and you train professionally, like, everything that's going on, the science behind it and everything. Your confidence, I think that's a big advantage going in, right?
Yeah, and you're more focused, because before I would have maybe ran for an hour, fasted running, and then I would be going straight to the gym to be on the mat to try and learn. But if you don't have food for an hour or 2 hours, you're like, your mind's wandering, your stomach's telling you, come on, feed me. So can you imagine being in your workplace and being hungry and like depleted of all the good things that you actually need to be in a full contact sport? So it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Now, this fight coming up, Jessica, is your opponent. There is a storyline heading into this fight. Could you give us a little breakdown of, what's going on, the animosity from your side?
Oh yeah, because there's always two sides, right?
Yeah, of course.
No, her last fight, yeah, she celebrated that she was only 0.2 over, and I had just heard that she was not 0.2 over before she weighed in. So I was just calling her out on that, because I'm all for the sport moving forward, and I can't believe most people are still getting away with doing the curtain trick or lying, or just, it's not fair, it's cheating at the end of the day. And I just called her out on that on Twitter, and she just attacked me and attacked my voice and said I was fake and all this kind of crap. And yeah, so that's my side to it. And yeah, I have nothing against her apart from she attacked my voice. And I'm fighting her. But yeah, but that's in the past now. Yeah. I just wanted to put it out there, I want to get the whole, when we are weighing in, especially for the females, we should have our hands up. The last time I actually missed weight, I watched the video back and my hands were under as well. So it's like, we've been doing this for years, so let's kind of move forward and make sure this isn't happening, because if she done it, and I know people have done it before, so I've heard stories, and so I just, better for the sport moving forward, let's get that banned.
No doubt. Now, have you had any contact with her or run-ins with her? Because you guys live in the same city. It's not too far away from each other.
Yeah, actually, the other day there, she was in the PI and we were in the changing room at the same time. But, I'm a professional. She actually said on one of her tweets that she would come to my gym. I'm not down for that. I'm a professional. I get paid to fight, so I'm not going to scrap. It's like not being at school, I've been there, done that. Now I get paid for it, so why waste my energy and all those emotions before the fight? Just want to keep it for the fight, and when I get in there, and we'll settle that beef when we're in there.
Now with this fight, you got all this stuff going into it, and you've been training hard. You got everything, all the gears grinding. What type of performance are you expecting out of yourself?
It's so awesome. I feel so confident and I'm so happy. I was actually saying to my fiance earlier, we were just getting news that we were fighting. My last fight, it was 2 weeks before. And I'm like, man, I feel like I've been training for, like, I've had a really, really good fight camp. And that's for me my confidence going into this. And I've done it, I've grinded, I've worked harder than I ever have, and my body's feeling good, my mind's in a good place, and I'm ready to fight someone that I really don't have any kind of feelings towards, and that someone's that has tried to attack me, so I'm looking forward to that.
She's a striker. If you watched her fight, she wants to strike with you, stand with you, but then she could probably come in with something totally different and maybe a heavy takedown game plan. What I mean? Have you prepared well for that? What I mean? The surprise.
Yeah, for sure. For me, if I was fighting myself, I'd be like, oh, for sure, I'm going to take her to the ground. So, we prepared for that. And, I'm not scared to go to the ground. The last fight, yeah, shit happens. I get caught and moving on. I'm not going to be scared to go in there, because as soon as you start thinking of them, you take the focus off what you can do. And if she takes me down, I could maybe get that armbar back from my last performance. We've been joking about that. So you just never know. Just have to have confidence and be prepared for everything.
All right, now with the flyweight division, it's so unpredictable, right? People are getting title shots all the time. You don't know what to expect. Who do you think is more deserving for the next shot? Do you think it's Murphy? She's been screaming at the top of her lungs, or do you feel like Andrade, with the credentials she has and the win that she has over Chukagan, is just a better matchup?
Yeah, on paper, I think they've both got a good argument. More so maybe Murphy, but I like the matchup for Andrade, to be honest, and I would look forward to that fight more than that Lauren Murphy and Valentina, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, definitely. Well, we got you on for your opinions. That's what we want. Now with Shevchenko, is that someone that Of course, you were going to fight her. You want to fight her in the future. Do you study all of her fights when she competes? Do you watch it and kind of dissect everything that's going on?
Yeah, and we drove ourselves crazy for that last year there. We just watched so much tape on her and done so much training, because we were like, oh, this is a big, we're going to get this fight, and kind of focus too much on it. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm kind of, this time I've only maybe watched Jessica maybe two of her fights, so I'm just like, no, I'm glad that kind of pressure is off of me, because we did go too hard on it. So yeah, I'm over that. But looking forward to this opportunity.
For sure. Now with the win over Jessica Ai, and like I said earlier, the division is pretty wild. You never know what can happen, especially with COVID going on. It's like people can fill in at any moment. Do you see yourself finding an opportunity this year? Do you kind of envision that moving forward, that you could be fighting for that title?
Yeah, I love, in what we were talking about earlier, of being in this division, and I can take a fight 2 weeks notice, so that's a great part of being where I am right now in my career. So yeah, I would be ready, and that's kind of obviously the last time didn't go to plan, and it was a risk we took, but it didn't pay off. But still, MMA, I like to be active, and this is just the name of the game, and I'm excited to be here and being ready and being able to take short notice opportunities, because UFC are always doing something crazy, and they're always out there, so you have to be ready for that opportunity.
Definitely. I like to think that since you did take that risk, the UFC will eventually pay it forward to you in the future. But before that actually happens, January 23rd, UFC 257. Man, it's just a huge card right there. And it's great to see you get that opportunity just to perform in front of that big audience, and just not in the arena, but internationally. Thank you, Joanne, for the time, and good luck on the fight and all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.